Governor Kathy Hochul says the state has mailed out most of those inflation refund checks just in time for the holidays. The checks went out to anyone who filed a tax return in New York in 2023. And that includes those who have died, leaving loved ones to wonder what to do with that check.
Well, I thought it was a little strange.
In May, Valerie Liles lost her father, Richard Dusing, after a long-term illness. So she was surprised when this arrived in the mail earlier this month. A $200 check, compliments of New York State.
I just never expected that they would send a check to someone who's been deceased for, 6-7 months?
It's an inflation refund check, part of a state-sponsored effort to help New Yorkers with rising prices.
The day has finally arrived. We've been talking for over a year about putting more money back in people's pockets.
Over the past 2 months, checks of up to $400 have been mailed to people who meet eligibility criteria, and that includes the dead in many cases.
And that's why I was even more confused, because if it's an inflation check, he's not here to spend any money to help the economy.
But because Richard filed a 2023 state tax return, he got a check, leaving Valerie to wonder what to do with it. I reached out to the State Department of Taxation and Finance. A spokesperson tells me anyone who gets a check made out to their deceased loved one needs to contact them and establish that they are the estate administrator or a beneficiary. If not, they're not entitled to the check. The spokesperson didn't say how they plan to monitor that. So how many dead people receive checks? The state says it won't know until the rollout is complete. As for Valerie, she says after repeated phone calls to state agencies, she did manage to speak with someone who told her she could deposit her father's check in the estate account. But she wonders if there's a better way to help struggling New Yorkers.
I mean, it's like they're willy-nilly picking a year, sending checks out. They don't even know if these people are dead or alive. It's just bizarre.
Now, if you have questions about the inflation refund checks, there is a web page and a phone number to have your questions answered. You can find those in the body of this story on our website, WHEC.com. Let's go in depth now on how many of those inflation checks the state has sent out. Last week, the governor's office announced it had mailed out 8.2 million checks, totaling more than $2 billion. In the Finger Lakes region, 513,000 beneficiaries got money back to the tune of $134 million.